Hello and welcome to my channel. Today with a video on the playlist Our Aviary for Budgies. I'm standing here in our basement in front of three big incubators, and what these incubators have to do with budgies, I'm going to show you in this video clip. Stay tuned. We had actually expected that our budgies would soon breed as soon as the aviary was finished. We had stocked it with 3 couples, and indeed they did their best. They would flirt a lot, they would kiss each other, they would clean each other, they would go in and out of the nesting boxes, but they did not begin to lay eggs, and they did not begin to breed. So it came a bit as a surprise when I noticed that our Chinese quails that I had put in to hunt the vernims, the little critters, the little insects, when the 2 hens of our Chinese quails started to lay eggs, and they would do this every day. So I collected the eggs, and as there was Easter time, we got the idea to try and eat Chinese quail eggs. We also dyed them, and what you can see here are a few big chicken eggs, and the tiny little colorful eggs are not chocolate eggs, they are Chinese quail eggs. A specialty, because a delicatessen, because the consistency of the egg white is very, very good. The hens, however, kept laying eggs, and it was time to get our big incubator ready that I have in our basement. The incubator automatically turns over eggs. That's what actually the hen does in nature. Eggs must be turned twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. Well, there was a problem with the Chinese eggs because they are so tiny and they do not really fit in this big incubator. So I put the little eggs in this little water pot and turned them by hand. So during the first 3 days and during the last 3 days, they are absolutely still and quiet anyway. Yes, they are only turned in between the 3rd and the last 3 days. Well, after 16 days, between 16 days and 18 days, the little hatchlings begin to hatch. Here you can see the very first one at left that has managed to break the eggshell, and the second one has also managed to break open the egg. Chinese quail hatchlings are very, very small. Here I have a little wee thing in my hands. It is still wet and is put into a little cage. So here you can see a €1 coin in comparison to the little hatchlings. They are tired and exhausted. However, they recover very soon. Here most of them have hatched and have dried, and they are drinking water. It is important that you offer them the water in quite a shallow little pot so that they do not drown. I also offer them something green to eat, and I'm going to put to put a kind of bottle in that cage that I use for birds normally, because the water in that shallow little pot quickly evaporates, and it is advantageous to make them used to drinking from such a bird bottle. I don't know the English word for it. So the water automatically keeps flowing, but it does not overflow, and the orifice is very small, so that it does not evaporate too quickly, because there is also a warm lamp in that little cage that is a kind of substitute for the hen that would usually keep the hatchlings warm. Here in the right corner at right you see the lamp, which I'm going to switch on now, and the hatchlings will enjoy the warm and comfortable red light. They quickly grow though, and after a few days I have moved them into a bigger bird cage where they still walk on paper, on kitchen paper, that will easily take up the liquids which they kind of poop on it, and water. There's also a lamp in that bigger cage, and you can see already that they begin to grow feathers. After a week or so they walk on wood chips. Here they have already feathers on their wings, and you can also see a bowl with sand where they can take their dust baths. After 12 weeks, the little cockerels begin to develop a white mask in their face, which you can clearly see here. And when you can distinguish the gender, you can give them away to other people who have aviaries. The white quails, however, do not develop masks. They develop masks, but you cannot see them, and neither do the silver ones. So you cannot be certain what gender they have until the young hens begin to lay eggs. That's another perspective of the silver one. We concentrated so much on our little quails in the basement that we did not pay enough attention to the quails in the aviary that were still with our budgies, and we did not notice that one of the hens had kept laying eggs and started to sit on them. And we had a nice surprise one morning when we went in. A natural breed of little hatchlings would run around and was led by the mother hen. That was really a nice surprise, and it's so cute. They're so sweet, especially when they can be with their parents. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have liked that video, I would appreciate a thumb up, or you may leave a subscription if you like videos about hiking, fishing, nature and animals, especially pets.